Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 33.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
19 Lions.
Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter throw.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Ready? Top 7, 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Let go.
Here's Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60, trap 60.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
second down and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow will throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Mason Graham. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
Big 13. Big 11.
We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up.
On one, ready?
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
19 tight, 19 tight, go!
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 72 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
A loss of 2.
Back to 50. Back to 50.
Once again, Judkins. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Okay, ready?
Now 3rd down and 7.
Kennedy Lion. Mustang 19.
Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. It's caught by Mike Evans. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
Because
all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They need 2. Here's third down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. Brown with a stick. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Burrow looking to pass. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bengals.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener. Now it's Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Can.
Throw left side complete to Chase. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
What, Eddie? 11. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He'll try to do it himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Bengals.
11.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Brown is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
11. Stop.
3rd and goal. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote a little Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
18, Radley. Ready.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. It's caught inside the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Cook Warrior, 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Watson looks to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Gun. 11. 180. Face up. 11 Thomas.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 54-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end.
And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
11. 12.
From the 44, Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
12. Here we go. 180. 11 MT take. 11.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it with Brown. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
Here's Watson. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
7 Pirates. Go.
Now it's Watson. Over the complete to Judy. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That's good for a Browns.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Second and goal from the 1.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up second and goal.
Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.